What's up everybody, Raccoon City Pizza here. So we have breaking news for the current rumors of a Resident Evil 1 remake. This, as of the time of me recording this, was posted 6 hours ago by Andy from Biohazard Declassified. Amazing guy, by the way, go check out his videos and also the upcoming project he's working on, The Keeper's Diary, which I am super pumped for. Anyways though, so if I remember this correctly, years back, Andy actually had some insider info to Resident Evil 8 Village, and according to what he tweeted today, it says that he received an email from an old contact allegedly containing some upcoming details regarding the new 2026 Resident Evil remake. Let's break them down and see how plausible they are. Now, there was another tweet by Will, Horror Game Central, on Twitter, where he was saying that there was new info according to Biohazard Declassified. The details that were touched on was that it was going to be a working title of Biohazard, RE1. There will be slower pace than RE2. Each zombie will have their own unique model due to the small number of enemies within the game. More bullets required to take out zombies than Resident Evil 2, quoted as bullet sponges. Crimson Heads will return. The lore will be expanded further. A different third-person camera will be used, slower paced again, and no more pre-rendered backgrounds. Each room will load up background assets and the rest of the assets will load when doors are open. This is to improve visuals and lighting. Now, there are a few things I want to talk about here that are very strange. The first one being that it was going to be a slower pace than Resident Evil 2 Remake. That's interesting. We do know that the existing remake is slower paced, but I kind of wonder how Capcom was going to juggle that with the very fast-paced Resident Evil 4 remake and trying to captivate fans that have been following the new canon since Resident Evil 7 has came out. Also, it says there will be more bullets to take out zombies, that they will be bullet sponges even more so than Resident Evil 2 remake. That's very cool, because in Resident Evil 2 remake, I believe I remember Nick Apostolides, the guy who plays as Leon in that game in Resident Evil 4 Remake, saying that they intended to make all the zombies mini bosses, and to see that carry over to a new game will be very interesting, especially if they're going to be even harder to kill. It says that each zombie will have their own unique model due to the small number. That's pretty impressive. I really like that, and I wonder if they're going to be able to expand on the characters of each zombie. Which kind of leads me into the next point, saying that they are going to explore the lore even more. And I've already talked some more about that in the last video I made, so go check that out if you want to hear more about that. But that could be a conversation for a whole other day. We could talk about that forever in several different videos. Now, what really is interesting to me is it says that there will be a different third-person camera. What does that mean, a different third-person camera? I'm very curious. I don't really know what other kind of third-person cameras there are out there. And it says there will be no more pre-rendered backgrounds. So does that mean, that this is going to be kind of a first and third-person type of game? Because if it's third-person, obviously there won't be no pre-rendered backgrounds. So that's kind of confusing to me. And lastly, touching on the little note here saying the Crimson Heads will return, that makes me wonder on exactly what other type of creatures will be returning. Obviously, we're going to be getting Hunters, and I'm sure Lisa Trevor, and Yawn, and Black Tiger, all of those iconic bosses. But what about like the small snakes we see, for example? Are we going to be getting any kind of new enemies? I'm very curious to see how that's going to work, because it seems like they're going to be remaking the remake rather than remaking the original 1996 game. It's going to be very strange to see how they juggle basically two games, smash them into one, but create something new. I think if they handle it right, it could be absolutely amazing. So that's it though, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Like I said, go check out Biohazard Declassified, and also Will at Resident Evil Central on YouTube, I believe, as well. If not on YouTube, you can check out his Twitter right here. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Have a great day, guys. Catch you all in the next one.